We were running at each other full speed and just bam.
Collided with another girl on the other team.
On the kickoff, I got speared in the side of the head.
Aaron hit the ground, head hit first.
A concussion is when there has been an injury to the brain that has led in an alteration of function. Notice, nowhere did I say that it must include loss of consciousness.
I've never felt that kind of pain before, especially with my head. I was so dizzy, woozy, didn't know really what was going on.
She became lethargic, tired. She kind of just withdrew into herself.
I completely blacked out, and I didn't fall. You know, I was still standing, but it kind of came on like a really, really old TV. Like, I don't know if you remember, like, I don't know, like your grandma's house or something. There was like a big wooden cabinet TV, and you turn it on, and it's just like a little pinprick of light, and then kind of opens up, and the TV's on. Like, that's what I saw.
I could look at her, and I could see in her eyes when she was having difficulty with the headaches and the headache, nausea, dizzy shutdown mode that you get in when she was trying to process information.
But then she became nauseous. This was about an hour after her concussion, threw up.
And when I walked off the field of play, my coach was yelling at me because I missed the tackle afterwards, after I got hit and blacked out. And I went over by the cheerleaders and threw up into a garbage can. I was sick right away.
Throughout the rest of the game, throughout the rest of that night, like, there's a lot of spots that I don't remember what I did.
She did not get up right away. She did not become unconscious, but she did not get up right away, and her coach immediately pulled her from the game and did not let her return to play as much as she wanted to. He would not put her back in the game, which I was extremely thankful for afterwards.
The trainer came over, and she, like, examined me, followed her finger, stuff like that, and then she, like, took my helmet once she said that and said, "Oh, you're not going back in." And I said, "Oh, come on, I have to go back in." We were winning. We ended up losing the game, but as soon as they were done checking me, they looked over in the stands and called my mom down, and I knew that was a bad sign.
Part of being a kid and a teenager is this feeling of invincibility, but over the past couple years, I've had to realize that that's just not true.
Remember that if you suffer a concussion, you're probably not going to perform at the level you're capable of. So not only is it not going to help out the team or help out your individual performance, but could be dangerous for not just that season, but for the rest of your life.
Certainly after my first experience of getting a couple concussions at a time, that the more it happened, the more severe it was, and the harder it was to bounce back. You know, difficulty just keeping things together in school and finishing tests on time, needing extra time to do things, and just kind of put together ideas in class afterwards. Definitely the recovery time got a lot longer, and, you know, in the case of the last time I hit my head, I mean, it was years before I felt more or less normal.
The proper evaluation and return to play can avoid catastrophic events. And again, not to scare anyone that's listening, but there are things called second impact syndrome, etc., where a very mild blow to the head of someone who's not yet fully recovered can lead to a very rapid sequence of events that can lead to the demise of the athlete.
This is your child's brain, and this is their future. It's not worth, while she's a great soccer goalie, it's not worth her future to put her at risk again.
If you have had anything that caused you to have a change in your ability to function mentally, whether it's remembering things or being able to focus, whether you had some subtle dizziness or slight headache, that you go to someone that can help you get to the proper care.
Get the facts and know what to do if a concussion occurs. Visit BIAV.net.